Alright, so explain what you're doing here.
Okay, so this is called empanadas. Empanada it can be a chicken, beef, or some people do put pork in a pastry round like this. Comes in color, in orange or in white.
Alright.
Basically what you do, it's basically like a turnover, a pastry, you know? But it has meat in it. It's pretty good, and you fry it. The meat I'm using is ground beef. And some people don't do what I'm doing right now. Okay, well anyway, let me go to the ground beef. I use ground beef. And you know, some people be like, oh, this is what you need to put in the food or whatever. Like salt, pepper, I don't care. I put whatever tastes good in my empanada. And some ground beef with some garlic, onions, spinach. Yes, spinach is good. Garlic pieces, garlic paste, and ginger. I also use that onion dip that you make onion dip with. That. But I didn't use sauerkraut stuff. But this is just half part. Some people use the whole pastry, but what I do is I cut it down the middle. Because it's only half of the round. It don't need a lot. It'll taste like a lot when you eat it though. And I don't drain my meat. Some people drain their ground beef. I leave the juices in there because it makes the ground beef juicy. Keep the juices in when you cook it. And everything comes out so good. And it's delicious. Oh, and I also use celery salt. But this is just one part of it. Okay, so you crimp the edges. Oops, okay, yeah, whatever. You crimp the edges, stick them in there. Then you crimp these edges. And you come out with this. It looks like a leaf, right? Oh.
So after it's all in, after you crimp the edges and it's put into a leaf, where does it go?
It's not really
Nah, I know.
It's planted and out comes a whole bunch. No.
Do you fry it?
Yeah, you have to fry it. Deep fry it. Deep fry it. That's when you fill a pan up with oil. And you put I also put tomato paste in it. Tomato paste. A little bit because it makes sauce. Celery salt is good. Every seasoning I use brings out flavor in the food. But celery salt is good. It's all the celery with none of the crunch. So that's a good, in case you don't want to use a lot of salt. It still has salt in it, but it's celery seasoning. Then I use garlic powder. Everybody knows what garlic powder is. Garlic powder has that nice aroma. Again, I only use garlic powder for the aroma. Who doesn't? Everybody loves garlic. And then extra garlic. I use garlic paste. Garlic paste is like garlic powder, but it'll blend in with the food better. Then I use chopped garlic or premium garlic California style. It's minced garlic basically, and it's just so that there's no big pieces of garlic, but you still want to taste a crunch of the garlic. Then adobo I used, and exactly what it is. It's for everything: hamburgers, fish. Adobo is an everything seasoning, and I love the way adobo tastes. It has a salt taste, so you don't have to use a lot of salt. You can use a little bit of this and still get everything. So this plus the seasoning salt will be good. And just for added flavor, because I have like this addiction with Asian stuff, ground ginger. Ground ginger. Ground ginger is so good. Ginger powder. It's like, who doesn't like to taste the ginger in their food? Ginger brings out a lot of stuff. Then I use this Limpton Recipe Secrets. I said selects, and the one I used was the onion one. The onion one adds such a good flavor to beef. It's just so delicious.
And all that goes
into ground beef. I put the ground beef in the pot. I don't drain my ground beef. I put the ground beef in the pot, brown it, then I throw some spinach in it, frozen spinach. Make sure I drain the water because I don't want it too watery. The water comes out of the spinach. So I drain the spinach and I put it in with all the seasonings at once, and then I let the meat brown so that all the seasonings can go into the ground beef. And then after the ground beef was brown, really good brown, and you don't really have, you could cook it all the way if you want, but sometimes you could just leave it slightly pink because you're about to fry them, and when you fry them they cook more too, so it'll still add like a soft meat texture. You don't cook it all the way, and don't drain it because I don't drain my ground beef. I like to make sure that the oil keeps it wet, the water from the ground beef keeps it moist. And then I just take it after it's done and I put it into the empanada. And I'm a messy person. And not a lot because you don't want to fill it up and you don't want it to spew out into the frying pan. Then you just fold it down. And empanadas are sticky. You don't let them dry out waiting for a certain somebody to get the camera ready. Okay, then you just match the ends up, pinch them close.
just like before.
Yep, just like before. This is, you make them like this if you're gonna have like a big crowd of people, and you don't want people to really waste your food. You know how some people throw food? I don't really like it too much, so you can just make this and see if they like it. It's like a taster. I know y'all eat
That makes sense.
Yeah, I know y'all eat that way. People don't waste your food, and if they don't like it, they just take a couple of bites and they can scarf this down if they really wanted to. Then you fold it. A lot of people throw away these little round papers that the empanada come in. I don't. I use it because it helps it not to stick to each other, and then you got a hole in your empanada, and you got meat in your oil, and then, all right, I'm not doing it with the orange ones. Some people add cheese. Okay. Some people add cheese. I don't add cheese. Don't care for the cheese. Now, see, take it. Comes in a little plastic. Ain't that cute? Now, I'm not gonna do this. If you want to get it like this, all you do is cut it down the middle, like I said, and then you rip it and you have the thing. I'm not gonna do it with this one. With this one, and they come 10 in the pack. Sometimes you get them bigger, but the ones I got has 10 discs. Okay, so there we go. You can add more. Then you want to make sure that your tips are even and there's nothing spilling out. And you just want to pinch it close so that when you do pin it, there's no meat in it. And when you pin it, there's no meat in it. Sorry.
Got bars.
They just flow, yo. See? Just like that. And then you do it. Just like Okay. Let's see this one. It's not. Sometimes. Okay. Then you can do it like that. Something like that. See? Big one. See? Half a big one. Whatever. And it go a lot quicker like that.
And how many are you exactly gonna do?
Well,
how many is necessary, should I say?
Shoot, as many as somebody wanna eat. It's 10 in one pack. And me cutting these 10s into 2, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 8, you know, 20. I'm not stupid. So there's 10 discs, but if you want to make more out of the 10, you just cut them in half. You got more. I need some more meat.
What is the difference between the colors?
This one is orange. Nah, I'm just playing. This one is made with a chote seed. A chote seed is basically a coloring. Like
Tastes different?
No, I don't think it really tastes different.
Okay.
No.
So, now it's beginning to fry. How long do they fry for?
Until they boil. No, I'm just like, look at this right here. Look at the sexiness right here. You coming to help, come? Yeah, with a bubble out, you know. A minute to 2 minutes.
Minute to 2 minutes?
Yeah, in the beginning it's gonna take about like a minute or so to cook because your oil's not hot. But once your oil get hot, it cooks really fast. Oh, maybe my oil's so. Oh yeah, it's up to a little too high. Wonder why I'm burning my damn self.
What's it on?
It's on in between low and hot. Cause it can cook. Don't film that.
You put on that hat. You put on that hat.
She did. She's gonna pass out. Ah!
So this is how it looked before and after it's fried. It should look more brownish, tannish.
Yep. No, that's the orange one. The white ones, you know. Just wait till it get brown. Overcook that one. They cook really fast, so you really can't leave them. See how brown that one got real fast? Pepper sausage, pepper onion sausage. I got this from a friend. I watched how she did it. Well, I tasted it. I seen it was in it and I tried to make it my own. So I just cut up some sausages, round brown sausages, and I chopped up some green pepper and onion. So what I'm doing is, let me lower this a little bit so I don't burn my food. Right? Got that cooking. And I'm gonna add my seasoning. Again, celery salt.
You said celery salt adds what kind of taste to it?
It's the taste of the celery without the crunch. Some garlic. The rest of the adobo, well not the rest, but the adobo is really salty. But we're gonna add tomato sauce and stuff, tomato paste, and that stuff dials down a lot of the flavor. Start bittering. Again, I'm gonna add some garlic paste. I'm not gonna add a lot of garlic paste. A little bit of garlic paste. That's not the only garlic that we put in there.
What else garlic?
Garlic, minced garlic. You can always buy the minced garlic. Add some of that juice. Okay. I'm gonna add just a teeny bit of ginger powder. I love ginger and everything. Everything will be on the.
This is ginger powder?
Yeah. Only reason why I'm adding a little bit of seasoning now is because when I finish with the tomato sauce and stuff in, I'm gonna add it again.
Okay.
Okay. Then you just mix it. Let me turn my heat up a little bit more now. Now, a lot of people like the taste of onion. So, I don't put a lot of onion. And it's a whole piece of onion. Nobody wants that piece. Down for about 2 minutes because you don't want it to be translucent. You want to be able to taste everything in it. Oh, you need a hug now? You want me to give you a hug now? Added some tomato sauce. I usually use tomato paste, but tomato sauce is just as good. And we're gonna cook it.
That looks good.
I'm making jasmine rice with this. So.
If you can rate all that you're making 1 to 10, how hard would it be to make these dishes?
This? Well, this one is a simple thing, so I would just give it like a 7, and you can cook it fast. What I'm going to do is add the rest of this to it.
That is?
This is the ground beef from the empanadas. This is something I'm just trying. So, add the rest of that in there. And I'm gonna mix it. And I'm gonna turn down my fire because now I don't need to cook it anymore. I just need to simmer it, mix it, and add a little bit of water to it so that it's a sauce. It's in a sauce. Oh, sugar, because things I want to try. There would be some salsa. Yeah, just want to add a little bit of that in there.
That was quite a lot.
Stuff, but because kids are eating, I'm not gonna add a lot. You can really taste it in there. There we go.
Kind of like wasabi.
Yeah, kind of tastes like wasabi. Sauce, and then sugar to break up the acid of the tomato sauce. It's not gonna make it taste sweet. Just to see. Add enough water to see how you want it. Remember, I'm making rice with this, so I'm gonna want a sauce with it. Now you can also add like yellow peppers, red peppers.